Hey everybody, it's the Doll Boy, and today I'm finally getting some new Disney dolls. Recently, Raya and the Last Dragon came out on Disney Plus, and after watching it, I went ahead and ordered the dolls from the Disney store right away. My order arrived in a big box with Dragon Sisu, Human Sisu, and Raya herself. In today's video, I'll be taking a look at the beautiful Raya doll. In an upcoming video, I will also be taking a closer look at Sisu and the dragon version, so make sure to subscribe to my channel to see those videos. Raya's box mentions that this doll is from the movie Raya and the Last Dragon, and it has the Disney logo at the top. Then we also see an image from Raya in the movie with some scenery that also continues to the side of the box. The back is very plain and empty, with the movie logo at the very top. I do think it would have been really nice to have some more scenery on here, or even some artwork for the doll. It does mention the price on the back of the box, which is £17 or 22 euros, which is quite a bit more expensive than the classic Disney princess dolls. So I'm really curious to see that additional articulation this doll is supposed to have, because I think that might be one of the reasons for that higher price point. As you can see, the way she's displayed in her box, you can already have a good look at all of the accessories she comes with, like that big hat and her sword. To unbox this doll, you can simply remove that sticker on the top, which allows you to open the box and slide out that inner cardboard holding the doll. This also gives you a great look at the doll without the glare. Then on the back of this cardboard, you can find the tags and tape that are holding the doll in place. So I simply untied those to fully remove this doll from her box. This honestly wasn't too difficult or time consuming, because it took me under 3 minutes to remove this doll from the box. If there ever will be some Doll-Olympics, I'll be sure to enter. And right out of the box, this is what Raya looks like. There was some very light shedding in the hair, but after going through it with my hands like this, I didn't experience any more hair loss at all. This doll also has a very good amount of hair, and it feels very soft too. The hair also has a slight wave to it, which I really like. I think the hair length is pretty movie accurate, but if you know me, you probably already can guess that I will be rerooting Raya in a future video to give her hair some more length and movement. But I will say that Disney really did a good job on this hair already, using very little product, and I really like the way they styled her hair with those two rope twists at the top of her hair that are tied in the back. For the outfit, there are several separate pieces, which I'm really happy about. First, she's wearing this brown jacket that I'm personally not the biggest fan of. I think this piece looks a little cheap because you can obviously see that white inside as she's wearing it. But underneath that jacket, she's wearing a really stunning top that is this yellow wraparound with a full top underneath that, so you could even style it in different ways. This top is made all in one piece, but if you really wanted to, I think you can separate it. This doll also wears a brown plastic belt that's really easy to open, and underneath that, you can find the Velcro closing from the bottoms and the top. Opening her top actually reveals that this doll has additional waist movement, which I really love. And then the pants are a separate piece from the top. Undoing that top piece of Velcro also shows you the way this top looks without that wraparound piece. The way you can put it back on is by crisscrossing it and closing the Velcro in the back. Then Raya is wearing these green pants with some amazing golden design, and I really love the shape of these pants as well. She's also wearing these two-toned dark brown boots that have some crease detailing in them, making them look really realistic. The boots come off pretty easily, showing you the length of Raya's pants, that are like a calf length. Then without those pants, we can take a full look at Raya's articulation. The doll's head moves at the neck, and her arms are just like the regular Disney dolls, with movement at the shoulder, elbows, and wrist. One difference I did notice is that the elbow on this doll sort of clicks into place, which really locks in the position and gives her a really sturdy pose, which I really love. As I mentioned before, this doll also has that extra waist movement that goes from side to side and front to back. Then there's movement at the hip, a double jointed knee, so she can move much further than the regular Disney Store princesses, and Raya has ankle movement too. I am a huge fan of those double jointed knees, and I really hope that they'll give this body to the other princesses too in the future, because I really love to pose them sitting down like this, which is what I usually have to use a made-to-move Barbie body for. For the accessories, we have one very questionable one, which is this painted detail on one of her arms. It's meant to represent some fabric wrapped around the arm. And thankfully on the other side, she does have some real accessories. With this cuff that can easily be removed. And she's got that gorgeous sword as well. This piece has a lot of painted and sculpted details, making it a very stunning piece. It's also painted to look aged, which really adds to the look of the sword. On the hand holding her sword, there's also a little wrap in the same shade of brown as the arm cuff that you can also remove. The way to attach it is by wrapping it around her thumb and simply click the rest in place. There is an elastic band that originally came with this doll to make sure this doesn't go anywhere. I also feel like this hand is a different hand mold from what we've seen before, which has a very subtle shape to it that I really love, because this hand looks really good when she's not holding the sword too. I have seen some dolls with a really clenched fist, which can look pretty strange when they're not holding anything, but for Raya, her hand looks good both with and without the sword. Then in both the movie and the artwork, we can see this hat, which is really nicely made in doll form too. On the inside, there's this thicker circle that will help you fit this to the doll's head. And the rest of the piece is very nicely sculpted, with some painted details added too. At the top, you'll find the elastic, which is gonna help you keep it in place. With the elastic in the front though, it looks quite funny, but adding the elastic underneath the hair also doesn't really work. That's why I wanted to make sure I kept the front hair to the front, making the hat look very natural and seamless. Raya also can hold her own head pretty well, but it does take some playing around with. Personally, I do think she'll still look so good on a made-to-move Barbie body, so if you know which body she's a perfect match with, please let me know in the comments. But for now, this was my review for Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon. I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for my upcoming review for the Sisu dolls and some very exciting new reroots. If you want to see more pictures I took of my Raya doll, make sure to follow me on Instagram as well, @thedollboy. See you next time!